Okay, I think we are live, guys. Just gonna be tweeting out the stream, getting it out there so we can get it more viewers on here. And we're gonna be talking about whether or not this is actually a bull trap scenario that we are actually getting at the moment. So we're gonna be discussing all that. We're gonna be talking about the strategies that we wanted to basically apply to some of the conditions that were met and whether or not they were actually profitable, what's going on with my trade. So we're going to talk about that. Just going to tweet this out, guys, and then kind of go from here. So let's go ahead and get this stream going. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. And yeah, it's is it a trap? Is it not a trap? That's the most important thing that we should be asking here. And kind of going from there. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and let's bring up the stream real quick here and kind of go from here. All right, so some of the strategies that we've been discussing at Crypto Bros for the past couple weeks have been very, very profitable. If you did follow them, then congratulations overall on winning some of these trades with me, and hopefully that you made some capital overall, guys. By the way, I do have a Bybit link below in the description. I never share that. If you guys are interested, it does help me save on fees because I am a full-time trader overall. So if you are interested in something like that, you can definitely go in the description and sign up using that referral link. With that being said, we're going to talk about Zen. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, okay? Is this a bull trap? We gave away a lot of, of those gains that we made, breaking away from this consolidation zone, hoping that maybe things are going to change, things are going to get moving, overall. And, maybe this is the breakout that we're looking for. But is that the case? There's so much good news that came out in the short of a very short amount of time, right? We had XRP getting that big W against the SEC, right? Proving maybe that XRP is not a security. And the DXY free falling, giving opportunity for risk on assets to actually start moving from here. CPI low, Bitcoin spot ETF. So there are many good news that have been made in the past couple of weeks for Bitcoin to actually start moving up. So why aren't we staying above that key consolidation zone that would have been moving us higher and higher based off of our strategies, right? What happened to that? That is the key question, guys. What happened to that? Well, we're gonna have to look at the charts and see where we're actually heading, because I did close some of these short-term scalp trades. And, they've been so profitable. They've definitely been profitable overall. So let's go ahead and talk about them. So we can see this particular strategy, the strategy 21, which is a non-directional. It's a neutral strategy that you could basically apply. And that is basically what you need to see for the conditions to be met is you want to have the high candlestick on the 6 hourly get above this particular yellow line, which is signaling some sell signals, followed by low volatility levels. And with that being said, you start to get these statistical data right here, guys. Okay, so this is strategy 21. And the upside targets for that, okay, you can see that there is about more than 24 iterations on this, or just roughly about 24 iterations on this. We can see the upside target for this one is about 4.66%, with a downside of 7.81%, which is very lucrative for the downside if you're to take a trade to the swing high to swing low. But with that being said, looking at this, breaking away from this consolidation zone, coming back all the way from June, guys. So it's been 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks in the making, breaking off of this. With that being said, taking the strategy, the exit conditions have already been met, so we already exited this particular position. This has basically netted us about 2% to the upside, which is good. These are good profits, guys. These are definitely good profits in the short time scale of things, right? Taking a good scalp on it and then kind of going from there. But the upside target for this strategy was actually supposed to bring us about 4.66 on average to the upside. So 4.66, what does that look like? 4.66, guys, puts us just roughly around $32,200 area. Okay, but because we've already exited these conditions, the conditions have been met for an exit entry, you know, with PMARP being above 80. So this number right here that you guys see, the orange one, this one has already been hit, so we already exited this strategy. So we made a good $400 off of this particular strategy. The other scalp strategy, the conditions that were met, was the 8 hourly, and this one was using basically the MACD. So what you want to see in particular with the MACD is you want to see these two EMAs above this particular midline, and then you want to have this EMA red line right here turn green, followed by low volatility. That basically gives you an entry condition. Now with this one, I'll bring you the results so you guys can actually see it here. And that one is strategy 20, guys. So we can see the upside targets was 4.93% with a downside of 3.31%. So 4.93% in relating to this brings you just around $32,400. Okay, so this is nice overall, but right now it seems that Bitcoin is actually going a lot lower. Okay, we came back in this consolidation zone. So with that being said, have the exit conditions been met for this? Yes, they've been met. So we wanted to see PMARP get above 80, which in this particular candle right here, I'll mark it off for you guys. It was about 84. So this one also netted from the actual entry position, netted us, you know, from the actual exit, it netted us about, I would say, $1,000 in profits, which is not too bad, guys. Okay, a quick scalping position. So I did make a tweet. If you follow me on Twitter, guys, that's why this information is time sensitive, and you want to get ahead and you want to start taking these trades, definitely follow me on Twitter, guys. I did post yesterday, scalp trade closed 31,460. The 2-day trend macro still open for 26,550. So that entry one we entered on the bigger macro play is still open, guys. I've taken profits off of that one. We're going to talk about that one as well too. But we've been heavy profits in these two quick scalping trades that we closed out. The reason I closed them out is because we're seeing that there is some bearish momentum coming in, right? And that's why I made that tweet yesterday saying, look, there's some bearish momentum coming in. I've closed those scalping trades. We're happy with the profits. We executed the trades perfectly, and we are in profit, guys. So why not take some off of the table and then maybe, you know, get back in when there's other opportunities presented to us. And this is one of the cool things when you apply strategy, guys. You can hold yourself accountable because you can actually go back and look at something, right? Whether it's basically backtesting, gathering the data, just like this, guys. You can actually hold yourself accountable to basically following your strategy or your entry, your exit position. What conditions need to be met in order for you to actually take that trade? What risk management are you going to be using? Right? What indicators are you going to be using? So these are all things that you need to apply to have a successful trade. With that being said, these two trades, very, very profitable. Now, let's talk about the downside of this, right? Let's talk about the downside of what we were expecting. So we said that, look, Bitcoin currently on the daily, I'm just going to remove some of this off, guys. On the daily, we are putting in lower highs and lower highs, while on price action, you're putting in higher highs and higher highs. So when you put higher highs and higher highs on price, while on MACD, you're putting in, again, lower highs after lower high after lower high. This basically indicates that this is regular bearish divergence, meaning there is pressure to the downside. And this is what we're getting right now. We're roughly trading about $30,300 area. With that being said, as long as we continue to close from the MACD, as it indicates here, as long as we continue to close below $31,000, we're going to continue to fall. Okay, and roughly right now we are about $800 below that. Okay, now for us to move away from this bearish momentum, we need these two EMAs to basically cross, just like this, guys. And that only happens if we are above 31,976. With that being said, if we do reach 31,976, we come to this particular trend line coming back all the way from January of 2023, guys. So some historical levels we're actually facing overall, you know, putting downside pressure in regards to the price of Bitcoin. But if we can, you know, if these strategies were applying the average that we were seeing here, because the average move for this was about 4.84%. That would have put us at a key resistance area coming in all the way back from the previous bull market. So you guys can see here, right here, okay, some historic resistance coming in from, you know, all the way back from the previous bull market, guys, even right here, right? So with that being said, you know, that would have put us around $32,000, which would have put us away from that bearish momentum we were facing. But it seems like the bulls are exhausted. It can't get above key critical area, this consolidation zone that we've been in for quite some time. We've came back. Now we still have the daily closing in about 5 hours, so it's a little bit too early. But again, we've given away a lot of these trades. It looks like from what we're seeing right now, it basically was a bull trap, basically getting these traders on the long side of things, getting them liquidated, and then just bringing them back in this particular consolidation zone. With that being said, you know, this is the trader's life, guys. This is the risk management you have to apply when you have a strategy. This is the good thing about this, right? This is the great thing that, you know, when you apply a strategy, you can see your targets, your actual risk that you're implying here. So yeah, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, guys, definitely follow me there. Let's just quickly talk about the macro picture, and then we'll jump on to Zen real quick. With that being said, the macro picture is still in play. That big macro trade that we were talking about, the 26,500 area, meaning the 55-day moving average, is still in play. I've taken profits off of that. However, this is setting us to see $38,000, okay? $38,000 is a lot of resistance in this area, guys, okay? So with that being said, this is still ongoing. These two have been closed out. The macro picture is still in play. So we're letting this one ride out. With that being said, let's move on to Zen real quick. So with Zen, again, guys, I always say, look, when you want to apply strategies to low market cap coins, just do so with caution, because what you want to have is you want to have a matured asset, so that when you're applying these strategies, that you have good amount of iterations to go based off of, right? You have good probabilities to go based off of. And when you don't have too many iterations and you don't have too many occurrences, that can be, you know, troublesome, right? There could be a problem there. So with that being said, we've seen 4 iterations based off of the strategy. So what is the strategy? It's basically using the range delta indicator, and that is the same one that we were talking about on Bitcoin. Is basically saying the high candle sheet close above the yellow line, followed by a low BBWP reading. That gives you an entry condition to basically short Zen. So we see that there is 4 iterations of this. The first iteration gave us about 14%. The second iteration gave you about 42%. The third, 24%, and then the other one, 17%. So there were 4 occurrences where you can actually could have shorted Zen or bought even a lot lower as some case and continue to accumulate. But what we're interested in particular is not the short of the short side of this Zen. We're interested in the swing low to the swing high that comes after the bottoming section of this. So we see the first iteration, right? Once we bottomed, we saw a swing low to swing high, about 42% to the upside. And this one we saw from swing high to swing low. This one brought you about 54%. This third iteration brought you about 52%. And then this for iteration, you know, we had that big run up in Zen, and you don't need me to tell you about that. But from the swing low to swing high, guys, that brought you about 95% to the upside. Now, on average, guys, let's say we were to get about 40 to 45% to the upside, right? We already had our downside occur. What we want to apply is the upside targets. So the upside targets, basically a 40% to 45% puts you just around that 55-day moving average, okay? And that's putting you around 1411, guys. And what that's doing is it's also putting you back into this consolidation zone that we want to get back above, right? We want to get back into this particular consolidation zone. If we're able to do that, medium term, that's good for Zen. Medium term, that's very bullish for Zen overall. However, we're still waiting to see what's going to be happening in regards to this particular strategy. Now, the maximum value of this before it gets invalidated would see us about 42% to the downside, guys, okay? Which we haven't been met yet with, but that's the average. However, right now we've seen just roughly 38%, guys, so far, 38%. So the only assurance we have is we have the downside targets for the strategy, right? What we're expecting is we're going to see a swing low to a swing high in the price of Zen, because that's what we've seen in the past 4 iterations of this. And that swing most likely will lead us to 55-day moving average, guys. Now, always apply caution, guys. Always apply risk management, because with strategies like these on low market cap coins like Zen, they can be weighted heavily, right? Always use support, resistance, Fibonacci tools to get a better understanding of where it's a good buying opportunity for the long term. If you're a trader like myself and you're looking for scalping positions to get into in and out, then I show you these strategies so maybe you can actually apply them as well too. Again, this is not financial advice, guys. I'm just showing you my research, my data, my statistical back testing, so you can get a better probabilistic case of what could be happening. Now, again, these are just average numbers. This could basically occur a lot differently, but we have something in our favor. We have an edge to go based off of that we can apply overall, so that we can be on the most profitable side of this. Anyways, guys, if you enjoy content like this, give this stream a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you do want me to look at other crypto assets in the Zen ecosystem, like AVAX Zen or Moonbeam Zen, or whatever the case might be. Let me know what you're interested in. Are you interested in DXN, guys? Is there other assets you're interested that you want me to basically apply technical analysis on and take a look further into it? And yeah, other than that, guys, the bullish case scenario was there for Bitcoin. Everything was going good. However, sometimes the liquidations come in, and look at that. We're basically testing the backside of this consolidation zone, guys. This is massive, right? A lot of liquidations probably happening in this area, getting the traders on the long side of this, and then basically just trapping the bulls, right? And liquidating a lot of these key targets. If we look at, just looking at the MACD, if we look at the MACD real quick, on the shorter time frames, again, we've turned bearish, guys. So as you can see here, very bearish. Let's look at the 8 hourly. Okay, as long as we're below, it seems like it's going to cross as long as we're below 29,800. 6 hourly, 30,252. Okay, so the lower time frames are becoming a bit more bearish overall. 4 hourly, 3 hourly. Yeah, so I mean, the only thing that I could see is that maybe the markets are waiting for a bit of a clarity in regards to the FOMC meeting that's happening at the end of the month. Maybe that will provide a little bit more clarity in moving away from this consolidation zone. Or maybe we are going to be getting clarity pretty soon. You know, there was a big giant volatile move in play. We can see BBWP very low readings, so we were expecting low readings on BBWP, meaning there's a big move actually coming in. So yeah, guys, very odd to see, and you're trapping a lot of these bulls, but again, it is what it is, guys. I'll leave you off with this stream for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Until next time, bros, as always, stay profitable.